Caleb, I have to say, war never changes.
And there are no friends in the wasteland.
No. But we are friends, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Fallout
New Vegas
Ultimate Edition is a post-apocalyptic RPG that you can play either in first or third-person view.
The story is the United States has been destroyed by nuclear war, but Las Vegas, now New Vegas, managed to survive with some electricity and power, and you are a courier just supposed to take a message to the New Vegas Strip. And it's probably not going to be that easy. And the story and the dialogue is one of the things that players praise most about this game. That might be because it was written and completely designed by Obsidian, not by Bethesda.
But what's the very same with the Fallout 3 is the engine, so it looks the same, plays the same, and it was released only 2 years after the release of Fallout 3, so very short window. There are new locations, which is the New Vegas casino area. There are new creatures, of course. You can now use iron sight on weapons, that was not possible before, and you have a hardcore mode, which you have to regularly feed yourself, drink, and rest your character.
Like a survival mode, basically.
Yes. But it is not actually recommended by the developers.
Specifically not recommended. Probably not the first time that you're playing it. That's not how the experience was designed. But for returning players, then it might be an interesting way to play it. Now, all of those new things aside, though, this is still Fallout. And it feels very much like the Fallout series. You're in the same type of wasteland. And a lot of the main things are still the same. You have a very important reputation system depending on what kind of actions you take and what kind of character you are. There are lots and lots of things to collect. Some of them useful, some of them not. But if you're a hoarder, you might spend a lot of time in the game just trying to collect a little bit of everything.
Some of them are even radioactive things, so you don't want to do that. And there's a lot of other people, they want to hug you or kill you, and there's monsters in between. So these factions can kill each other in front of you as well.
And when you meet them, you still get to use the VAT system, which pauses time so you can choose your target, choose how many times you want to shoot it. So it's like a real-time RPG with the possibility to switch into turn-based combat.
Very unique to Fallout. And there are 6 DLCs to the Ultimate Edition, which consists of all the DLCs that were released. All of them are with the new story, some of them new locations, and each DLC pack other than Courier's Stash also increases the level cap by 5 and includes achievements, trophies, terrain, weapons, armors, and more. But it feels like it should be in the game in the first place, yet it was added later.
But in the Ultimate Edition, it is all included. All of the DLCs are there automatically. And if you want, you can start the game with all of them already included and active.
So the only question is,
should you play it? But first, you should know that this game, the Ultimate Edition, is free right now, the week starting May 25th, 2023. From the Epic Game Store, you have 1 week now to claim it, add it to your library, install it whenever you want. And that is what we do on this channel. We play and review every free weekly game from the Epic Game Store to make sure that you never have to be bored ever again.
I have to say I am a Fallout fan. I have played all the Fallouts from the very old to the Fallout 76. I loved all of them, and this is no exception. Some people say New Vegas is the best one, how explorative and how you don't have to care about the story and just do whatever you want to do. And that's the greatest thing about it, together with the WOT system that I totally love, that you don't have to use. You can do just real-time shooting, but it's really fun and in a tactic way. I love everything about it, so it's hard for me to say anything bad about it, except there are still some bugs. Even if it's fully patched, there are some bugs. Some of them are funny, some of them can get you frustrated, but that's Fallout, and that will probably never be the different thing about it. So yes, from me, of course, yes.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
Well, and I have to admit that I am a huge fan of Elder Scrolls, which is the fantasy version of Fallout, basically. A lot of things are very similar, but what's different for me whenever I try to get into Fallout is the world is feels a lot more lifeless, which makes perfect sense because it's a nuclear apocalypse. It feels a lot more monochromatic. It's not as colorful. One thing that was a little bit different about New Vegas compared to other Fallout games that I've played, though, is that there is a little bit more color and feels like there's more going on in the world from what I've seen. This I really enjoyed. And of course, once getting into it, there's so much to explore, so much to see, so much to collect, and I am a hoarder in games, so of course. And one nice little addition to this game that I thought was really cool is the gambling mechanic. And I must admit, while trying to prepare for this review, I spent more time than was useful playing blackjack, trying to earn more caps. So not the most useful way to spend time in a game, inside a game, but the fact that I did says something good about the game also. The characters are really interesting, factions, and as Mikhail said, lots of flexibility in the story. So while it may not be my favorite open world RPG, especially now that it's free, of course you should try it, and of course it's a yes from me. Now that it's free, you have a chance to try it. Even though it's 13 years old, yes.
That's what I wanted to point it out, because the visual is quite outdated, but give it a chance because you can get used to the outdated visuals and some outdated mechanics, but the game is totally worth it, if you ask me.
Let us know if you're going to play Fallout New Vegas now that it's free from the Epic Game Store. Tell us down in the comments, and tell us what is your favorite open world RPG.
And also, a Fallout 3 Game of the Edition was also free from Epic not so long ago, so we have a review of it. Just watch that next, and hope to see you in another video. Bye!